What's up, guys? I'm Lucas Kaplan, and this, of course, is Nets Film Focus. I had to make a special phone call to a special friend. It's Tim Capstraw, radio voice of the Brooklyn Nets. This is Cap and Cap, and we're going to go over plays that really defined Brooklyn's season in 2025, starting with the defense. Are you excited?
I'm pumped up. I'm always pumped up, but even to another level today.
On the move, a blast, a Kobe denied by Claxton.
Development has been legitimate. The confidence has risen as well.
Outside hero, blocked from behind by Russell.
Brody Fernandez got these guys playing well.
I just wanted to start with some examples of their ball pressure off inbounds in the backcourt. Like, they did this all season. And you mentioned it off air. You see playoff teams do this. Were you happy with what you saw? Do you think they implemented it? Because I certainly do.
Well, you know what it is too. It's a mindset. You're coming into a game saying, we're the aggressor. You know, we're coming after you. We're going to dig in. We're going to annoy you for 48 minutes. I thought the Nets did a great job. Just really impressed watching how hard they work. Playing hard is everything, and I thought the Nets did that all year long.
There was a good Jordy quote that I really liked, and I asked him about the defense and the philosophy. All good defenses can play kind of all three coverages. Aggressive, more conservative, more switching. With a young team, it's not fair to ask them to do everything at once. So I wanted to start with the more aggressive coverages.
And I'll tell you this, you can go from aggressive to neutral to like soft.
Yeah.
But you can't go the other way.
Really?
Yeah, if you come out and you're soft, I think you're coming out guarding people. We're going to be casual. Then mid-year say, okay, now let's pick up full. I think you're dealing with human nature. When you're being relaxing, it's hard to turn it on. When you're going full tilt, you can back it off a lot easier.
The next play we got is a perfect example.
That was his season high for second quarter scoring. Jordan, air ball on a three, tracked down by Hayes.
What a closeout by Keon Johnson.
Here, they hit Shea beyond half court and then recover all the way to the corner. I broke down that play in a Nets Film Focus video, but that's just effort.
That is unbelievable effort. Keon Johnson goes from being the trapper. First of all, he's a ball pressure guy up there, so he's involved in the trap. This is not the rotation. You know, he's kind of just rotating back. Somebody else is out there, but there's Keon Johnson going all the way over there to contest his shot. That's amazing.
Sometimes you got to break the rules when you're playing this aggressive defense. There's
exactly.
no rules.
Well, no, there's rules, there's rotations, but more important than that, in my opinion, it's communication and just get there. There are rules, there are rotations, but nothing supersedes guarding the basketball. Somebody get there.
Mitchell fires left corner out front Harold. Quick flick. Rebound grab by Aaron Sharp for the net.
This is another, again, example backline rotation. Mitchell does a good job, rejects the screen. That's a great cross-court pass, and yet the Nets are able to recover twice.
Exactly, and oftentimes you're Xing out on the weak side, right? So the bottom guy takes the first pass, next guy takes the net. That's great communication, that's great reaction, and again, that's what you're capable of doing. Now, teams can do that. Now, can you do that over and over and over again for the 100 possessions of a basketball game? I mean, that's the sign of unbelievable defense.
You know, Jalen Wilson is guarding the guy on the wing. Right. And he has to sink to the paint, and then boom, he recovers to the corner. And you got Trenton Watford Xing up. You know, they cross.
Right.
That just seems so hard to keep in your brain.
Well, you got to know that first pass, right? You got to take the first pass wherever it is, and then the second guy just takes the next guy. It turns out to be an X action going on, but in reality, it's like, closest guy, go get the basketball. Yeah. Next guy filling behind.
That's kind of what we started with at the beginning. Yes, there are rules and there's all these, but it's the mindset is just get after the ball.
And sometimes it's just communication
on the fly.
And activity and hustle. Let's be honest.
And that's why this was one of my favorite defensive possessions of the year. And it's that late February game against OKC. They trap Shea in early offense, get the ball out of his hands. You see Reese Beekman fly across, ball switches sides again, good contest on the three, and you get a bad miss. It doesn't seem like these rotations are, very scripted.
I think that's not how basketball is played, right? Basketball is an unscripted sport. Like the plays that teams run gain an advantage.
Yeah.
Then it's just playing basketball. Defensively, you've got to react the same way the offense is reacting. Effort, intensity, communication is everything, though. And just desire. You can win a lot, even in the NBA, just on flat out working harder than your opponent.
And we saw it in a lot of games this season.
Yeah, saw it a lot.
Poked away by Claxton. Here is Johnson on the break.
Like right here, you know, Ty Jerome had a great season, and Nick Claxton plays up on the coverage, rips him, they get a transition bucket. All year, you know, the defense really informed their offense as well. What do bigs have to be good at in terms of when they play this up the floor kind of coverage?
Oh, you got to be, well, we certainly I saw a couple of them do it really well this year. I mean, first of all, you got to be so focused, so intense, and so alive. Your feet and hands got to be totally alive, and I thought it really benefited the young Nets bigs this year because it really showed off their capability of being able to be active. Day'Ron Sharpe, I mean, I think it's a great example. I did not know he was capable of being that active of a defender on the perimeter.
And I love that, you know, we knew Nick Claxton could move on the perimeter. We knew he could shift, but we never really saw him this aggressive and try to force this many turnovers. I would always say when I would watch this team in this aggressive defense, a good sign is when, you know, maybe there was an off-schedule rotation or a confused, whatever. 2 guys go to the ball instead of 0.
Right.
So they're making aggressive mistakes rather than being too conservative.
Yeah, mistakes of aggression, not omission. You know, you want to get after it, and that's really kind of their philosophy throughout the entire season. It's a mentality, it's an aggression, it's 48 minutes, and you're just getting after it. This was a team that won 26 games, and everybody around the league is talking about how well coached they are.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean? It's like guys on their scouting reports are saying, oh my God, they're doing an unbelievable job. It wasn't phony. You'll hear that once every 2 weeks. We heard it every night from every coach. Wow, they are a problem to play against.